Hello, America. This is Call of Duty Goddess. Today is January 22nd, 2017. On January the 19th at the National Press Club in Washington, D.C., a wonderful thing took place. The faith leaders of America got together and rejected intolerance under the guise of tolerance. Let's hear what happened there.
Defending Americans against all enemies, foreign and domestic, should be the top presidential priority from day one. From the Middle East to Europe, from Africa to America, the evil specter of Islamic Jihad has reared its ugly head again and again to threaten, torture, maim, and kill. Now is the time to pray for our new president to counter this death cult. President-elect Trump, tomorrow you will become the President of the United States. We, Faith Leaders for America, want you to know you have our prayerful support as you begin to counter jihad and protect Americans from Islamic terrorism. When you label the Muslim Brotherhood a terrorist organization, we support you.
Now, again, that happened on January 19th, 2017. The next day, January 20th, 2017, Donald Trump was sworn in as the President of the United States of America, where right after being sworn in, he said this:
"We will reinforce old alliances and form new ones and unite the civilized world against radical Islamic terrorism, which we will eradicate completely from the face of the earth."
On the following day, which was yesterday, the 21st, Trump attended the National Prayer Service. And of course, at this service, there were religious leaders from all different faiths attending.
"Verily the most honored of you in the sight of God is the most righteous of you. And God has full knowledge and is well acquainted with all things."
Now, this Imam's name is Mohamed Magid. He is the Imam of the Al-Dulles Area Muslim Society, or ADAMS, and that's a mosque complex in Northern Virginia, and it's one of the most Sharia adherent and jihadist in the country. In Virginia is where you'll find most of your jihadis. Odd how it's right next to DC, isn't it? Anyway, that prayer service happened yesterday on the 21st. Is Donald Trump aware that a top Muslim Brotherhood operative was allowed to participate in a very important public event organized for the new President of the United States? The faith leaders of America urge President Trump to make this his last event where he includes the company of the Muslim Brotherhood. Let's find out a little bit more about Imam Mohamed Magid. He was born in southern Sudan in 1965. And he studied Islam under the African Sunni scholars, one of whom was his father, the Grand Mufti of Sudan. In 1987, Magid immigrated to the United States, where he took college courses in psychology and family counseling. He taught classes on the Quran at Howard University in D.C. In 1997, Magid became Imam of the Al-Dulles Area Muslim Society, or the ADAMS, a mosque located in Sterling, Virginia. Soon thereafter, he became affiliated with the Islamic Society of North America, or ISNA, first as its East Zone representative, then as vice president, and finally as president, a post to which he was elected in September of 2010. It turns out ISNA has a very troubling history, and it includes people who date back to the group's foundation, which was by Muslim Brotherhood members. The organization grew out of the Muslim Students Association, which was also founded by Muslim Brotherhood members. Federal prosecutors included ISNA on a list of unindicted co-conspirators in the Hamas financing prosecution of the Holy Land Foundation trial. Due to that trial, we found an explanatory memorandum on the strategic goal for the group in North America. The Muslim Brotherhood, also known as Ikhwan, states The process of settlement is a civilization jihadist process with all the word means. The Ikhwan, or Muslim Brotherhood, must understand that their work in America is a kind of grand jihad in eliminating and destroying the Western civilization from within and sabotaging its miserable house by their hands and the hands of the believers, so that it is eliminated and God's religion is made victorious over all other religions. Just in case you're wondering, that religion is Islam. ISNA is listed among individuals and entities who are and or members of the U.S. Muslim Brotherhood. Another group is the Assembly of Muslim Jurists of America, or the AMJA, which counts Magid as a member, and they published an article in 2008 giving religious justification for not cooperating with authorities. It was written that it was impermissible for Muslims to work with the FBI because of the harm they inflict on Muslims. The AMJA issued a fatwa in August of 2011 stating that zakat could be used to support legitimate jihad activities. By the way, a zakat is a type of religious tax. It turns out that Magid had tremendous access and influence during the Obama administration. In fact, Mohamed Magid was the Obama administration's go-to guy for Muslim outreach and advice on international affairs and counterterrorism. He attended important administration speeches on U.S. and Middle East policy at the State Department, and he counseled the DOJ to criminalize defamation of Islam. He entertained the Deputy National Security Advisor at his D.C. area mosque, and he served on the Department of Homeland Security's Countering Violent Extremism Working Group. He also advised the FBI and many other federal agencies. So I think it's safe to say that Mohamed Magid had a big hand in banning the linking of terrorism to Muslims in agent training and purging of law enforcement training material deemed offensive to Muslims, and basically making all of our intelligence agencies Sharia compliant. So why was this man at the National Prayer Service to our president after giving that speech just one day before and vowing to the American people that he would get that filth out of our country? You have to ask yourself, how did that man get in there? Was it incompetence? Was it on purpose? Did he not know? All three answers to those questions are not good, either way you look at it. You need to share this with your friends. Let Trump and all your friends know that that man is a Muslim Brotherhood operative, and he has no business around our president if our president plans to rid our country of the Muslim Brotherhood. And Donald Trump needs to make an executive order and designate the Muslim Brotherhood as a terrorist organization and get all of them out of this country. And please go to the YouTube channel of the Faith Leaders for America and subscribe to it. They only have 13 subscribers. I'll leave all the links below. This is Call of Duty Goddess signing off, and as always, I've got your 6.